Hi friends, I'm Father Esequiel Sanchez, rector of the Shrine of Our Lady of Guadalupe here in Des Plaines. Well, we're getting closer to the celebration of our Lenten season, and indeed this weekend we celebrate now the last Sunday of our ordinary time before we get to Lent. But this week we want to invite all of our parishioners and all of the guests who come to visit us here at the shrine to bring here to the shrine your palms from last year's Palm Sunday. Those blessed palms that you get on Palm Sunday, preparing us for Holy Week, and as we celebrate the great and beautiful Paschal mystery of the death, the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. You know, a lot of people ask us, where does the ashes we use for Ash Wednesday come from? Well, they come from the palms. And so what we're going to do with those palms is, on Tuesday evening, we're going to set them ablaze. We're going to have a beautiful liturgy that blesses those palms and blesses those ashes. So you know that they come from burnt palms. That's where the ashes come from. They're not cigarette butts. They're not from Marlboro cigarettes or anything like that. They come from palms that have been blessed and are burned for the ashes that we use the next day. For indeed, Ash Wednesday is the actual beginning of the Lenten season. You know, the Holy Father has asked us to take a deep look into our hearts, to take a look at the violence in the world and ask ourselves, each one of us, in what way have we participated in violence in the world, not just in other countries or in this country, but in your own home and our own neighborhoods and indeed in our own person. We seem to live in a world that has gone farther and farther away from the knowledge or even love of God at all. We seem to experience now more war than ever, and especially we now pray for all of our brothers and sisters in Ukraine and all the violence that's going on there. But they are far from the only war in the world. Just because it's not inside of the news media doesn't mean that there is not significant violence and, dare I say, war going on. Other violences that are beginning to be seen are violences against freedom itself. We see violence all over the world against a freedom of expression, a freedom of the press, and yes, indeed, freedom of religion. You're not allowed to express your faith and your search for the truth in God. Whenever these rights begin to be encroached upon, we all suffer, we all hurt. We begin to become a people who does not understand the true meaning of justice. Justice is not what is convenient for me. Justice is to give everyone in a society, those around us, their just due, the things that they have coming to them through justice itself, what is owed to one another, to live in peace and to live in harmony. We have lost the ability to take a look at within ourselves and say, what must I do to change first? And the more there's a distance between the truth of things, there is a more distance between us and God. And so our Lenten season invites us to take a good look into our hearts and ask, what have I done to hurt another? Not only how I have been victimized, but what I have actually done to bring hurt and misery to the life of another person. What have I done because I can get away with it? Or have I lied? Or have I stolen? Have I done this? Have I done that? What sins are living within me? So that I can come now to the mercy of the Lord, who invites me during this time in a special way to ask for His mercy and to prepare my heart and my soul to celebrate His passion, death, and resurrection, the price of my liberation, to love Him with all my heart, my soul, and my mind. That to be transformed by God is so important, for I do want to change. I don't want to remain the same person that I was last year, which invites me the major focus of our Lenten season: conversion, come back to the Lord. It is not God who fulfills your will, but God who calls us to live in His will. Thy will be done, we say in the prayer of the Our Father. It is to be truly believed and lived out. It is not saying thy will be believed. He says thy will be done. It's an action to live your life, to live my life according to the will of the Lord, and asking for His grace to do so, to love as He has loved, to forgive as He has forgiven, not to live hoping that whatever life I have, good or hard in this world, does not last forever, but to live out the promise that God gave me, that it will come, a new heaven, a new earth is planned in my journey. And so, friends, as we prepare ourselves to enter now into our Lenten season, it's a time to look for the truth. It's a time to look for honesty, to build integrity, to build our character, to move away from being afraid. We've had so much of that already. And to begin to build within each one of us the courage to stand before the blazing light of the truth, who is Christ Himself, to ask for mercy and be transformed. And perhaps that way, war, hatred, violence will subside. God bless you, friends. I hope you visit us soon as we begin our Lenten season.